Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the shop. Today we're in here, we got a John Deere D170. Got some issues idling. It only wants to run on choke as well. Sometimes it'll run fine for a little while, several minutes, and then you'll have to back it down to choke, and it'll only run on choke. So I'm gonna go over with you some of the problems you can have, and we're gonna get down to the root cause of why this is happening today. So the first thing you can go to, 10 times out of 9, it's your carburetor. Carburetor's at fault most of the time. But I opened the carburetor up, looks pretty good, look brand new really. So moving down the whole fuel stream, we got our fuel pump, and I noticed one thing, I had a crack on the back side of this line. It's a little vacuum suction pressure line, and this draws fuel from your tank located under your seat, and draws fuel in, sends it to your carb. Well, one time I shut the engine down, and I took the carburetor bowl screw out, and I noticed that there was not much fuel in there when it should be pouring out. So that led me to believe it was a fuel pump issue, but I've went ahead and went through 2 fuel pumps, and that doesn't seem to do it. So you follow it down, you notice that your fuel filter doesn't have much fuel in it. So that's another thing to notice. And the customer says he's had this changed twice because he's gotten trash in. And then you learn that he's left the cap off when he started the lawnmower one time and cut grass with it a while, then realized he had it off. And last time I had it, I didn't see any fuel in the tank, but this time it started sloshing a little more, and I was able to see that there was some stuff in the tank. I don't think you're going to be able to see too well, but you might can. There's some junk in there for sure. So we're going to have to take this tank out, get all that trash out, flush it out the best we can, flush our lines out, because it's starving for fuel right now. The pump's not being able to pump enough fuel to come into the carb because of the restriction in the lines here. So we're gonna fix that. And to get to that fuel tank, if I want to be able to take it out, dump it out, get everything out of it, I'm gonna have to take this fender off so I can get to that tank. It's just kind of floating in there, nothing's holding that tank in place. So that's the route I'm gonna go. Looks like the first thing I'm gonna have to do is disconnect this battery, and then I got, looks like 4 bolts that hold this shroud on. And then once I get that shroud off, I'll be able to have the room I need to lift this fender up and gain access to that gas tank. So I'll go ahead and disconnect our battery. That's pretty straightforward. Just sits in there. Kind of a long bolt. And that they do, they just pop right out. Now what you have connected is your main harness, which has a couple of spots that it connects to. It's got these little snap pieces, take up a set of needle nose. And you can pull them right out. Your solenoid's mounted right here into a clip nut, and that should be the last thing. Probably gonna get a 10mm. That is disconnected. Got a little fuse holder, and it just clips on. And that is everything that holds this midsection to your steering column. We can move that right out the way. 10mm. Now we can take that tank right out and get these lines disconnected. Completely clogged. Looks like the old peace pipe is clogged. Oh yeah, that thing is packed full. Oh my gosh, I'd say that's quite a bit. Alright, so I've cleaned the outside of the tank really well. Got all my trash off of it. So I've been looking inside the tank. Been flooding it with water. I see a little bit of trash coming up, but your little fill nozzle, the throat of it, it kind of goes down below the top of the level, goes into the fuel, so it would trap some stuff around this little edge. So I've just been doing whatever I can just to flush the heck out of it with some water, so I can get all this trash out. Still seeing some trash coming out. Alright, so I got my tank all flushed out, and I see just a little bit of water in there. Well, I got it all flushed out, all the gas fumes out of it. Before I flush it with gas and get all the water and gas out of there, I'm going to take my shop vac while the fumes are out again and get as much water as I can. I still see a little tiny something in there, maybe some dirt or something that's harder to get out. So I'm gonna try to get what I can and then flush it with gas. We'll see what comes out and we'll go from there. Okay, been flushing and removing junk for about an hour now. Flushed the tank twice, maybe 3 times, I can't remember. Keep looking down in it. I don't see any more trash now. Had a good bit of stuff come out. Every little solid you see in here is what was in there, along with whatever washed down the darn drain. Then right here toward the end, I got a little bit of stuff. Might be hard to tell, but Some more little stuff. Got all the water out. I see maybe a drip or two, but some of the fuel filter, it'll pool in the bottom of it. And if there's any tiny little pieces left, like I say, it was hard to get out. The old fuel filter might take care of those. So we're gonna start the install process. There we go. While I have everything apart, that line running from the tank all the way up to the fuel filter, let's disconnect that. See if we have any problems with this run. And there we have it all put back together. Next thing we need to do is put a little gas in, crank it, and make sure it don't run crappily.